Kansas City is entering one of its most critical off-seasons in recent years. A 6-11 finish in 2025 was unexpected for a team that has dominated the AFC for most of the last decade. The defining moment of that season came in mid-December, when franchise quarterback Patrick Mahomes suffered a torn ACL and LCL. The injury not only ended his season but left the Chiefs without their leader at the most crucial part of the year. Mahomes' injury created immediate uncertainty for the 2026 season. While optimism exists that he could return by Week 1, double ligament injuries are complex and require careful rehabilitation. Mobility is a key component of Mahomes' style. He frequently extends plays, improvises under pressure, and escapes defenders to create opportunities. Any limitation, even temporary, could affect timing, chemistry with receivers, and overall offensive efficiency. In response to both Mahomes' injury and the salary cap situation, the Chiefs acted decisively. They restructured Mahomes' contract, reducing his 2026 cap hit from roughly $78.2 million to $34.65 million. This move freed up around $43.56 million in cap space, giving the front office room to address roster needs and plan strategically for 2026. Shortly after the contract restructure, Kansas City made a major roster decision by releasing right tackle Jawaan Taylor. This move saves $20 million in cap space for 2026, though it carries $7.4 million in dead money against the cap. Taylor signed a 4-year, $80 million contract with the Chiefs in March 2023. He was initially considered a long-term solution at right tackle and played an important role in protecting Mahomes during the team's Super Bowl victory over San Francisco 2 seasons ago. However, over his 3 seasons with the team, Taylor faced inconsistency, including penalties and technical issues. In 2025, he started 12 games before being placed on injured reserve with an elbow injury. For a team preparing for a quarterback coming off ACL and LCL surgery, offensive line reliability is critical, making this release a strategic decision rather than a reflection on Taylor's overall career. Taylor's departure follows other financial moves. Defensive end Mike Dana was released earlier in the offseason to clear additional cap space. Discussions are also ongoing about potentially restructuring defensive tackle Chris Jones's contract to create further flexibility. Together, these decisions indicate a front office that is actively managing its salary cap, adjusting veteran contracts, and positioning the roster for maximum flexibility heading into the 2026 season. With Taylor gone, attention turns to the offensive line's depth chart. Jalen Moore, who signed a 2-year deal last offseason, is expected to take on a larger role. The 2025 first-round pick, Josh Simmons, will also likely see more playing time. While these players have potential, relying on less experienced linemen introduces both opportunity and risk. Protecting a quarterback coming off major knee surgery will be a top priority, and the offensive line will be a key factor determining how quickly Mahomes can return to his pre-injury form. Beyond just protecting Mahomes, these moves also provide financial and roster flexibility. By freeing cap space, the Chiefs can explore strategic acquisitions, potential mid-season adjustments, or contract restructures without compromising long-term plans. This approach demonstrates that the organization is prioritizing sustainable roster building rather than reactive short-term fixes. For more updates on the Chiefs' roster moves, Mahomes' recovery, and NFL offseason news, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll be providing in-depth analysis as new developments emerge throughout the offseason. Looking at the broader picture, this offseason is less about a rebuild and more about recalibration. Mahomes remains the franchise cornerstone. The organization's commitment to him is evident in the contract restructure, but the surrounding roster and financial adjustments show that the Chiefs are preparing for multiple scenarios, including potential injuries, depth concerns, and salary cap challenges. The 2026 season will be closely tied to Mahomes' health. A fully healthy Mahomes paired with a stabilized offensive line would position Kansas City as a playoff contender despite last year's setbacks. Conversely, any delays or further injuries could extend the team's transitional period. Monitoring the development of offensive linemen, potential contract adjustments, and strategic acquisitions will be critical indicators of how competitive the team will be next season. In conclusion, the Chiefs' off-season strategy highlights careful planning, financial management, and a focus on long-term sustainability. The release of Jawaan Taylor, restructuring of Mahomes' contract, and attention to offensive line depth reflect a calculated approach to returning to contention. While challenges remain, the organization is actively positioning itself to navigate uncertainties and maximize Mahomes' impact once he returns to the field.